for a couple days, the biggest news going, Jacob deGrom needs Tommy John surgery again. Rangers GM Chris Young said the damage was significant, which is interesting to me. They sidelined him at the end of April. They said it was elbow inflammation. This is my big question that I have with this stuff. Why aren't they running an MRI early on these guys? Oh, it's just elbow inflammation. Just give it a few days rest. It'll get back up. Oh, it's just forearm tightness. It's a forearm strain. Just give it a couple days. It'll get better. How many times does a guy need to be sidelined with forearm tightness, a forearm strain, or elbow inflammation before a team says, you know what? Just as a precaution, I know we want to avoid Tommy John surgery, but just as a precaution, just so we can get this thing, nip it in the bud, let's run an MRI. Let's see what's going on in there. So I don't know why it took them this long to, like, it's been a month plus for them to run the MRI and look at it, be like, oh my gosh, that was way worse than we thought. That wasn't just inflammation. He needs Tommy John surgery. Get the guys under the knife sooner, get it done with, get them into their rehab so they can get back. I don't understand it. Maybe it's one of those things where they're just like, they're trying to be optimistic and they don't want to jinx anything by sending a guy an MRI, but I don't know. It's interesting. This is the second time, like I said, Jacob deGrom has had Tommy John's, or will be the second time he's had Tommy John surgery. The first time was in 2010 with the Mets. This year, though, he's just barely signed a 5-year, $185 million contract with the Rangers. And he's a made. He's made. Sound like Mario there for a second. He's made a grand total of 6 starts for the Rangers. And those 6 starts, he was good. 2.67 ERA, 30 and a third innings pitched, 45 strikeouts, and just 4 walks. Is pretty good. But the old injury bug caught up with him, like it tends to, unfortunately. Which, I say unfortunately, it truly is unfortunate because I love watching deGrom pitch. Like, love watching this guy pitch. It's kind of fortunate being a fan of an AL West team that, like, it's kind of how it worked out this year. But at the same time, though, if you're gonna be the best, you got to beat the best. And so that's one of the reasons I don't like seeing guys like this go down. Because if my Mariners are going to be good and they're going to be contenders, they got to be able to beat deGrom. And they got to be able to beat him by playing against him, not by having him on the IL. So hopefully his recovery is speedy and smooth and he can get back on the mound because we love watching the dude pitch.